It was a busy time for the pack. Miss Jenny had sent them at an old mine near Wellsworth. Everyone was working their hardest. Alfie and Oliver were digging the trenches near the sheds. Byron was clearing the rubble. Patrick was pouring concrete for the level sites. Meanwhile, Jack was whizzing around the site, trying to find more work. He then decided to visit Kelly. When Jack arrived, he found Kelly talking with a new machine. "Kelly," he called, "can I help you with anything?" "Easy there, Jack," Kelly soothed. "We've got a newcomer." His eyes motioned to a small skid steer. "Oh, hello there," bounced Jack. "I'm Jack, the front loader." "Nice to meet you." "Pleasure's all mine," replied the skid steer. "I'm Parker the skid steer. Your owner, Miss Jenny, has sent me here to help clear the rubble here. And," added Kelly, "Miss Jenny has asked you and me to show him the ropes and teach him how things work here for the pack." "Of course," smiled Jack. "Anything for a new friend." Parker smiled. This was going to be an exciting day, he thought. Soon, Jack began to show Parker to dig carefully and to load the rubble evenly. The skid steer was impressed and took Jack's words into account. Look at me now, he called. Everyone watching was impressed. Kelly then spoke up. "Very nice," he said, "but no reason to show off. This work is pretty dangerous." Parker snorted. "No need to be snappy, old-timer," he fussed and flounced away. Suddenly, Max called out. "Where's my load?" he shouted impatiently. "Wait, Parker," honked Jack. "We haven't finished loading yet. And be careful. It's Miss Jenny's orders to be safe." Parker looked abashed. "Whoops," he said to no one in particular. Max just grunted. Later, James was sent to deliver some fuel to the machines. He was disgusted. "Why couldn't Thomas or Percy do this job?" he muttered. "But at least anything's better than pulling tar wagons," he thought to himself. When he arrived, the machines were very pleased to see him. "You brought the fuel," whirred Alfie. "You are really useful," smiled Kelly. "About time," growled Max. James didn't say anything, but just blushed. He gave a friendly whistle and was on his way. When all the fuel was put into the machine's tank, everyone could get back to work. They all did splendid, even Max. The foreman then came to the three machines. "The ground still needs to be leveled even more. Parker, I need you to go up that hill and load it evenly into Max." "Affirmative, sir," smiled Parker. "And remember," shouted his oiler, "safety first." I know. Kelly grew really serious. "Now, Parker," he said, "this is a very serious job. You must be safe at all costs." Parker finally lost his temper. "I am trying to be safe," he snapped. "I don't need an old-timer like you to butt in when all I want to do is a good job." Jack and Kelly were speechless, and he whizzed out of the mine. Jack then looked to Kelly. "Doesn't look like he'll be safe at all. Aren't you going to stop him?" he asked, concerned. Kelly thought for a moment, then smirked. "I don't think so. But he might have an accident," worried Jack. "You've got to do something." "I am," replied Kelly. "I'm letting him learn the hard way." Later, Parker went up the hill. It was pretty steep, and he had to go carefully. Steady there, called his oiler. Safety first. But Parker didn't listen and carried on. At last, he found the rubble and scooped it in his bucket, and the skid steer made his way to Max. But he forgot to watch where he was going. Look out, called his oiler, but it was too late. Uh-oh, he cried, and he skidded down the embankment, where Oliver was digging carefully. Oliver was surprised, and so was everyone else. Ouch, groaned Parker. I didn't expect a slide. Soon Kelly arrived with Jack. Jack couldn't help but grin a little. Parker could only blush. What will Miss Jenny say? He groaned. That you failed the test, grinned Kelly, but you learned your lesson pretty quickly. Don't worry though, smiled Jack. We'll have you out of that trench in no time. Parker was very grateful indeed.